We're looking to place a bet on this year's Preakness. We have some tips on this year's field, and joining us live this morning is handicapping expert Dan Collins, always breaking it down because betting is not my game, but it is yours. You've actually had kind of like a lifelong, relationship with the horse betting. Tell me about that.
Well, it goes back to probably when I was like in the 7th grade. So going back when I was 12 or 13 years old, spent a lot of times at the tracks because my father had been an owner and trainer of thoroughbreds back in the 50s. And we were friends with a local handicapper who was quite proficient at the game, a gentleman named Ed Knapp, and he took me under his wing and I learned how to handicap. And so I've been doing that ever since for fun.
And people, for folks out there who don't know what handicapping means,
Right.
What does that mean?
Well, it means you're analyzing the past performances, information about the horse, how well he's run, what class level he's run well at, how much weight, distance. And there's breeding, there's the jockey, there's trainers, there's all these different factors that go in, where they've raced, because some tracks are better than others, which means there's better horses. And so all these factors come into play, and you do that and analyze the race to determine, here's how I think it's going to run. And
as proof of your expertise, you even have on a throwback pin today.
That's right. This is from Preakness, 1980.
That's cool.
So, but we want to talk about the field a little bit?
Heck yeah, we got to know who to bet. I like the names this year. There's one named Talkin', and there's one, what's the name of that one? Is it The Hell You Are? I like that name.
Yes, The Hell We Did.
The Hell We Did.
Well,
I just like the names.
Let me tell you, this Preakness, if there's one word that sums it up, ladies and gentlemen, it's weird. This is a weird Preakness, and I'm going to tell you why. For one thing, it's being raced at Laurel. Laurel's a very different track than Pimlico. Laurel is 1 1/8 oval. Pimlico is a mile oval, so it's got tighter turns, which benefits tactical speed. It's good for speed horses. At Laurel, it's got these big sweeping turns, and it's a 95-foot track versus Pimlico's only 70 feet. So it definitely benefits horses who come off the pace. In my experience of my years going to Laurel, we saw horses who close, who come off the pace, or stalkers, do very well. The funny thing is, here's the other weird little element. We have a horse in this race named Ocelli. Ocelli just missed winning the Kentucky Derby by a length. If this horse had some stakes wins, I'd say he's your favorite. Coming back to the same class company from the Kentucky Derby, plus gaining in the stretch, looking really good, but the horse is a maiden. The horse has never won a race. And I'm going to show you something. I said I had a visual for you, and here it is. See what this is? This is a coin. This is a silver dollar from 1886.
Wow.
In 1886, a horse named Refund was a yearling. 2 years later, he won the Preakness as the only maiden to do so.
Wow.
You have to go back when people were carrying shiny versions of this in their pocket to see when a maiden wins. So is a maiden going to win? Hey, it's a horse race. Anything can happen. He certainly ran a great race last time, but as a class handicapper, I can't bet a maiden.
Also, something that I feel like is different, maybe not so much, I'm new to the game here, but a lot of these horses didn't run in the Kentucky Derby.
Correct. And there's yet another weird element. Where are all the major stakes winners? Where's Renegade? Where's, Commandment, the Puma, Nearly, Be Happy? All the horses that are rated as the top 3-year-olds of this year, none of them are here. You've got mostly grade 3 and below stakes winners, but not the level that you would expect to see. That makes it a pretty interesting race because who's really got the class here? Who's going to win? You
can't rate their performance from 2 weeks ago to be able to kind of predict what they may do today.
Well, actually you can. It's just that are they going to be able to do what they did in their past races, going to do it at this level this time? Particularly since only one horse that we know of course everybody's favorite right now, Taj Mahal, is the local boy, has run at Laurel. But does he have the back class? I mean, he isn't even a grade 3 stakes winner. So, but he's got the rail, who knows? But if I had to pick somebody, because I know that's what you're all waiting for, who am I going to pick? I would go with Incredibolt.
Incredibolt.
Incredibolt is coming out of the Derby. He, unlike Ocelli, does have some stakes wins to his account. Ran a really good plus race last time, was back 8, 6, 5, 4 lengths. He was gaining well. He shows he can stalk and come off the pace. And since we're racing at Laurel this year and not Pimlico, that's in his favor. And he's beaten Ocelli. So actually he beat him in the $500,000 Virginia Derby. So I'm not like in love with it. If this was a regular race, I'd say I'll pass and wait till the next one. There's no 4-star favorites here. But you got $2 to bet. Do an exacta, do Incredibolt, no selling, and see what happens.
What's number we were talking about? 4-1, 30-1. What's Thunderbolt? Incredibolt.
I think an Incredibolt is 5-1 on the opening line.
All right,
so which is actually pretty good.
All right, we'll check it out, Dan. We've got our money on your pick. I'm going to go with one with a fun name, Talkin', because I like talking. All right, Dan, thanks for being here with us this morning.
My pleasure.